Hey, practice owner, if you're still in full treatment mode and you're thinking to yourself, there's no way that I have time to actually write policies and procedures in my business. So what I want to do is I want to show you how to build policies and procedures in real time, even while you're doing the work, even while you're treating patients and doing that kind of thing in your practice, so that documentation and documenting these procedures doesn't become just another massive project to add to your plate. So if you are a based private practice owner or maybe a clinic director and you're still treating 20 to 40 hours a week, and your answer to most of the problems inside your business is, it's all in my head, let me kind of show you how to do it, then this is going to be for you. And so with that strategy, every time you hire somebody new, it's like you're starting from scratch. You have to repeat yourself over and over, and you hope that they remember everything that you said. And even worse, the idea of writing a huge policy and procedure manual feels impossible because you simply just don't have the time or the energy to do it. And so if you stick around at the end of this video, my hope today is that by the end of this video, you're going to have a very simple 3-step approach that you can use to tackle that monster. And so what I want you to walk away with is I want you to know how to pick the right 20% of the tasks that are critical to your business, capture them while you're actually doing them, and then turning them into a very simple checklist or process that your team can actually follow day to day. So here's the first problem. Most owners hear the words SOPs or standard operating procedures, and they picture this huge, robust 200-page manual that's sitting on a shelf. And that's overwhelming. And so what happens is they freeze and they end up doing nothing, and everything stays stuck in their head. And so instead of that, what we want to do is help you build what we call an SOP hit list. And so what that is, just a simple 1-page list of the highest leverage tasks that are inside your practice. And so if that resonates with you, I want you to grab a pen and actually write this down. I want you to ask yourself these questions. Number 1, what tasks happen daily or weekly that continuously land on your plate? Write that down. Number 2, what tasks usually break when I'm gone? Let's say the last time you went on vacation or you took some time off, what broke or what ended up landing on your plate? And then number 3, what tasks am I exhausted and tired of re-explaining to my team? And so if you've got your pen, I want you to pause this video and answer those questions. Like, go ahead and make that list. And the key thing to look for is that anything that hits one or more of those is going to go on your hit list. And think about things like, the front desk, the phone scripts, the new patient intake processes, the no-shows, collecting the money, the daily billing, the checklists, and the end-of-day closeouts. All of the things that are continuously landing on your plate on a day-to-day basis. All right, so what I want you to do is take literally, you have to stop and schedule 10 to 15 minutes of uninterrupted time. Turn your phones off, turn your emails off, and write down your top 10 SOPs. Not 100, just focus on the top 10. These are the ones that you're going to build first. And for now, you're going to ignore everything else. And what this will do is this will stop SOPs from being this endless project that just seems impossible for you to complete. Because the truth is, it is impossible. There's never going to be a lack of SOPs that you could create. The point is that you're not going to be documenting your whole life, because you don't need to document your whole life. You're documenting only the critical 10% that are making the biggest negative impact in your business right now. And so my favorite saying is, policies and procedures or SOPs are not created, they're captured. And so this is how you capture the most critical aspects of your business. All right, and so that brings me to the next problem. The next problem is that we sit down sometime after hours, after we treated 10 patients for the day, and we try to write all of the procedures from scratch, and that almost never happens. And the truth is, you're tired, and because you're behind on charting, you're trying to get back home to your family, and your SOPs are going to get pushed away every single time. You're never going to prioritize that. And so we're going to try to build your SOPs in real time. And so you can use a simple process. It's called do, talk, record. This is the same process that I follow when I'm building my SOPs. All right, and so what does that look like? Step one is the do step. You actually do the task on your hit list. You want to do it the way you do it if you were maybe training somebody. And the key here is just pick one task at a time. You don't need to do them all at one time. Just pick one task and literally just do it intentionally as if you're training your invisible friend that's right next to you. Step two is the talk step. This is critical. You want to talk out loud while you're actually doing the task. And so literally narrate your steps. And that way you're not just capturing the steps, but you're capturing the thought processes behind why you're making these micro decisions during the process. Step one, it would be something like, I open X document. Step two, I check Y box on the list. But if Z happens, here's what I do about that. And so you want to pretend that there is a brand new hire sitting right next to you and needs very clear instructions. Step three is record it. This is so important. It's 2026 at the time of this video. There are too many tools that you can use to record your screen, record your voice, transcribe your voice. It's just too easy. I like to use a tool called Loom. You can use Zoom. There's a tool called Fathom that's free that you can connect to Zoom. The point is, you're going to record it. Use a screen recorder if it's on the computer. Or you can literally just prop your phone up and record a video on your phone as you're sitting at the front desk. The key here is that you're not adding extra work. You're just capturing, I like that word, capturing what you're already doing. And so you can do those steps all at the same time. So you're gonna do the thing, talk through it, and record it all at the same time. That way you just have to do it once. And so that's really important. Here's an actual example that you can use for your business. Let's say your front desk does your end of day closeout routine. All you have to do is schedule an extra 10 minutes after work, prop up your phone, hit record, and just have them walk through their process. They're going to check tomorrow's schedule, collect all the remaining copays that were missed for the day, check your voicemails, send any follow-ups on no-shows. Maybe you're confirming the initial evaluations the next day and logging any issues in the issue log. Whatever that looks like, just have them literally complete the task. And so, in the beauty about that, in literally 5 to 10 minutes, you just created a training asset that you can reuse every time you hire somebody new. And so next time you hire somebody, there's no extra project that you have to do. And so there's no separate training session or anything else. You just do, talk, record. And here's the cool part. You take your hit list, and if you can repeat that once or twice a week with items on that list, suddenly you're starting to stack these reusable training videos even while you're treating patients. And it's the compounding assets over time that allow you to start getting your time back so that you can focus on higher leverage work in your business. Now, recordings are fantastic, but don't stop there, because trust me, it's not enough. Because a recording is not going to drive behavior change with your team. Your staff needs something that they can quickly scan in 30 seconds or less. They don't need a 10-minute video every time they're trying to learn something new. And so we turned the do, talk, record into clip checklist owner. And so I'm going to walk you through that process. First is clip. And what I mean by that is just having a storage process for all of your SOPs. So you want to save each recording into a shared SOP folder. We use Google Drive. You can use Dropbox or whatever you use in your company, and have a standard on how you label and save these items inside your share folders. So you can label it clearly like FD-end of day process or end of day closeout. Second is checklist. This is really, really important. So you want to hire a VA, or you can do a team member, or maybe a spouse or significant other, whoever it is that can help you with these things. Whoever's going to do it, have them watch the video and have them create a 5 to 15 bullet checklist based on the video. Here's the cool part. You can just grab the transcript from the video, drop it into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can create the checklist for you. The point is, once you make the video, you've captured it. It's their responsibility to create the checklist. That's super important. That's how they're useful as a team member. And what this will become is a quick, kind of like the at-a-glance version. It's a step-by-step at-a-glance version that they can use that gives them just enough details to follow and be consistent with it. And then lastly, third is owner. You want to assign ownership for each procedure. So one person on your team owns that process moving forward. Usually it's the person who actually does the task the most who owns it. And their job is to update the checklist when things change. So as you grow and you add new people and the process changes, their job is now to continue to update that process moving forward, not yours. And so when things change, they update it so that way things don't get stale as you grow your company. Okay, so let's go back to our end of day closeout example. The checklist that you make for that might say something like, confirm tomorrow's schedule, process all copays. This is kind of the checklist that we're following. Check all the voicemails and return any urgent calls that might come up. Send all the no-show and the follow-ups and confirmations for the next day. And lock all the petty cash and log any issues on the issue log. Here's the thing. Is that perfect? Absolutely not. It's not perfect. But is it better than just ask Sarah what to do because she knows what to do? Absolutely. Version 1.0 is allowed to be ugly. It can be messy. So the perfection is not the goal. You can always refine the wording and add, screenshots and nuances later. The win here is just simply getting it out of your head and onto a repeatable process that your team can follow without you. And here's the thing. You are massively underestimating how much that will help your team. Like they will follow that process. They will follow that rule as long as you make it for them. And so here's one more quick tip that has been really useful for me. This is really important. If SOPs are hard to find, nobody's going to use them. And so you don't need any type of fancy software or gizmos or gadgets. You just need a storage place that is very simple and obvious for your team. All right. And so create a basic folder structure with 4 main buckets. And you can even make this an SOP. This is an SOP on how we create SOPs. It's really, really important. So the buckets that I like to use are front desk, clinical, admin, and owner. And so inside each of those kind of master folders, you keep your SOPs and you name them with like a short code, something like FD-01, FD-02, or phone script, or FD-02, new patient intake, something like that. Follow a simple format that can be easily searched and it's kind of alphabeticalized or numerator, chronological, so that it's like super easy to find and people can kind of search, use the Command F function on their computer and they can search and they can find those SOPs very easy. So now from there, what you can do is you can just set a realistic rhythm. During your team meetings, you and your team just sit down and decide, we're going to review our list and make 1 to 2 new SOPs per week using the method that we just walked through. And what will happen is within about 3 to 6 months, you're going to have a living SOP library without ever having to take a week off to write SOPs. You just kind of capture what you're already doing. Here's the key. That library doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be easy to access, easy to search, and used consistently. So whenever your team actually performs the task, they just follow the process. All right, quick recap for you. Step 1 is to build your SOP hit list. This is going to be the top 10 tasks that actually matter in your business right now. The things that are very frequent, the things that break whenever you're gone, and the things that you are tired of re-explaining over and over and over. Then from there, step 2 is you're going to perform the do, talk, record process. So in real time, you capture the SOPs while you actually work without having to feel like you're doing it after hours or like having to get a whole second job on the weekends to try to create your SOP policies or procedure manual, right? Then step 3, pull out your phone, turn and record, right? And turn your recordings into checklists and assign an owner to them. And then lastly, drop them into an SOP library for your team to easily access and find them so that they can follow them. So this is the boring, tedious, cognitively demanding, disciplined work that separates really successful businesses versus those that struggle, that continue to struggle. I'm not saying that this is easy or convenient or fun. I'm saying that it will make a transformative difference for your life and for your profit margin too. So if this was helpful, and if you feel like more, operation first type of content for private practice owners could be of useful to you and your team, I want you to look around and hit the subscribe button. right? I want to be able to make more videos like this to help private practice owners win the game. And even cooler, if you'd be willing to share this video with another owner or a colleague who feels like they might be stuck and have everything kind of in their head. Even cooler, like have your team watch this video. If you have a lead admin person or a director who you're trying to build alignment around this process, just have them watch this video and you guys can create a game plan together. Lastly, check out the description below. I've linked some free tools for you to use. There's a ton of free content in there that you can use there's spreadsheets and SOP templates and all kinds of free stuff that you can use to copy and paste into some Google Docs and actually start using them with your team to help you grow your business. So you're gonna make your SOP hit list, pick one task and actually try to run the do, talk, record process this week. And just try it with your team. You'll be amazed at how fast your practice systems start to move out of your head and into processes that your team can actually follow. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.